The texture in here isn't as crisp as normal because I turned the settings way the heck down. But I think we're okay. I can read this fine. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, I've seen this. I'm going past it. We've had a very successful day. We completed the midnight ordeal, and they're sick of our crap. If anyone doesn't remember day 38, they are sick of us. They are sick of forcing us to do this over and over and over again, and I don't blame them. I would be sick of it too. The collected day from our branch is excluded from the total energy by Lobotomy Corporation. That's right. Isn't it fascinating? However, there is a thing that it's going toward, and we don't know what it is. Angela said we will find that out. That's basically the gist of all of that. Chesed? What are you doing here? Oh my god, I could totally do their suppression now, right? Is this the pre-suppression for Chesed? Oh, I think so. It's quiet, isn't it? Take a good long look at this silence. Manager, have you ever gotten up early to walk the streets at the crack of dawn? Yeah, it's super quiet. Especially if it's like before dawn, before there's even any light. It's eerie. I think this moment right now is equivalent to that dawn in the outside world. The abnormalities are currently in torpor due to the heightening of Quiplov deterrence during off hours. Meanwhile, the employees are steeling themselves for when fate decides whatever will happen to them. When the level of deterrence is weakened, the powers of the suppressed origins will soon wake them. What? Suppressed origins? Are you saying that these abnormalities will get stronger? That's not good. They're already pretty darn strong. It's always so hard to believe that a place as quiet as this will just as soon be engulfed in pandemonium. You foreshadowing what you're gonna do when you bust loose and I have to suppress you? Because I hope not. Don't make everything miserable, please. Oh, how nice it would be to keep this tranquility. How many times do we have to fail? How much more must we be accustomed to the darkness to finally encounter the light? Good morning, Chesed, sir. Ah, yes. Good morning, buddy. Good luck with your duties as always. Mr. Chesed, sir, I've been thinking, and I feel that I truly am lucky to be assigned to the welfare team. Just getting into Lobotomy Corporation was really competitive, but being assigned to this team, it's like a miracle. You know, brown-nosing won't gain you anything. Just think of it as flattery, sir. There really is no one who cares more about their employees like you do. Chesed, sir, I mean, just look at the department on the other side of our layer. Gebura's? Nah, that's not necessarily true. I just want to say I appreciate you and the many things that you do, sir. Sorry for keeping you so long. I'll be going now, Chesed, sir. Aye, aye. Go get yourself ready for the day. Make sure you have a big breakfast. Whatever abnormality you're going into is going to be hungry, so whatever food you bring with you is going to be food for it. For many days, I consoled myself by saying that I wasn't doing that bad for a Sephiroth. I never put my employees on the verge of death like a certain red-clad miss someone did. And I managed to be flexible with various situations most of the time. Getting mad at someone for breaking a rule or two, or agreeing with someone who claimed to make this place better. When I take a step back and look at it all, I just can't help but think, what's the point of it all? Of course, I hoped to send them off in peace, as they were just meant to die anyway. Meanwhile, I was hiding the biggest lie of all inside. That you don't care? Or what? Yet, I've been playing the role of the good leader, knowing that It was all a falsehood. Lady Angela knew this too. Oh, you just mean that this place is like, it's rigged against them. They're eventually going to get got because you do care. We've seen it before. But Angela lets these things out and lets them eat people, depending on if it's too low. So, I get that. She knew that I would never be the great man who'd expose every little secret of this place to the employees and try to overthrow the system and plot. Well, I mean, just wanted to avoid pushing her buttons. Working as the head of the welfare department, I actually never cared about the welfare of our employees at all. So you don't care? Then why are you doing any of this? I was so afraid. Angela stopped any seedling of doubt or inquiry about the nature of this place by killing off employees indirectly. Then I eventually decided to cover my eyes and ears and help Lady Angela with her affairs without questioning them. Oh. Is that a warning that you have set up in case Gebura shows up? How does is it tuned to her frequency or something? The second she steps in, there's alarm bells. Run! She's on her way! That's kind of awesome if it is. Hey, Chesed, we have an emergency. You heard the status report, right? The abnormalities have gone out of control. I don't know what happened, but we need to retake control of the situation right now. I thought you didn't want to speak with me. What's gotten into you, Gebura? You're able to control the deterrents, aren't you? We need to increase the level of Qiplof deterrents right now. Angela will call the rabbits if the rest of the abnormalities aren't suppressed. I want to wrap things up on my side of the facility. But Gebura, no one is allowed to touch the controller of Qiplof deterrent without Lady Angela's explicit approval. You know that. So you don't want to do it? You little coward. Do you really think you can just get over every situation by going through the motions? I hope you continue to rot until the day you die, succumbing to your fears like the servile SOB you are. Choke on those sugar-coated words your employees feed you. It's been quite a while since I've been grabbed by the collar. I didn't see anything. Verbally? Or did that actually happen? Was I supposed to be imagining that? Because you could have told me that ahead of time. Oh, hi. Chesed? You knew I was coming, didn't you? Seems you know me all too well. Perhaps you are the one who understands me most among our Sephiroth. Weaken the Qiplof deterrents, Chesed. Huh? What? What? That's opposite! Oh, I know what's happening. Apparently the abnormalities have not eaten enough. I've been doing my job a little bit too well, it seems. What do you have up your sleeve this time, ma'am? Do you want to ask for reasons again after all this time? Gebura and the other employees are fighting right now. You know that, right? Indeed, Gebura is. Sorry, this is quite humorous to me. I didn't know you would talk about Gebura. You should know you've seen her for yourself. Gebura has failed to control her enmity and has now lost her way. What I'm saying is, she is not fighting for some grand ideology. She should know best how she stands. Everyone has their own battle in this place, but I can't seem to shake off this feeling that I'm the only one who just observes this situation from afar, not taking any action. These two are really calloused and pretty dark. I thought you'd enjoy those kinds of things, Chesed. Taking in a cup of coffee, enjoying the peaceful day listening to your classical music. I would think that I am providing the right environment for you, no? It seems our conversation has run on a bit longer than I expected. Let me tell you one last time. Lower the deterrents. Okay. Oh, here we go. Daniel, hi. You're Chesed. I guess it wasn't whoever I thought it was before. Or maybe it was. I don't remember. All right, everyone. Let's make the best of today, as always. Somebody opens the door. Who are you, ma'am? Your taste in music is rather classy. Quite different from mine, however. What the? Excuse you? Did you just break it? I apologize. I didn't think you would open the door for me, so I simply walked in. How did you get inside? Do I know you? I've arrived from the head. I was so desperately looking for you all. The reason why I came all the way here is, well, let's just say I have showed up to play my favorite music. Excuse me, you there. Can you tell me the name of this fine gentleman? Oh, just some random employee? How many employees and people are here? Daniel. His name is Daniel. Daniel, is it? That name carries much more with it than you merit. I would assume that you are the one in charge of this place. Open that section where those monsters of yours are locked up. As you saw just a moment ago, it's nothing for me to open a locked door with my own power. Oh! It wasn't the music that they busted, it was the door. Well, dang. You're strong then, aren't you? I'm just being polite after all, asking you to open the doors. It's only fair as you're the one in charge here. I urge you not to resist. Just listen to me. If you do so, a few of these people might be able to escape with their lives, no? I'm not sure. It depends on what you have planned. It's easy to point the finger of blame at the betrayer. However, one never really knows what it feels like to be the target of such a thing until they've been in the shoes of that situation. Back then, a chill had come over my entire body. It was a fear I had never felt before. I had faced numerous intended abnormalities, yet I never had experienced my body being paralyzed and my blood curdling in such a way before. So, this is the head. Boss, enough with your orders. Don't try and make me justify my cowardly acts. I'm ashamed for consoling myself, saying that there was nothing to be done after passing straight through the tunnel of defeat. I'm so struck with shame and grief. I can't bear it anymore. This body of mine is like a punishment for me, reminding me of my past. I can't even bleed from this body. I don't want to undertake dirty work for Angela's show or be a puppet who gets praise and applause from everyone. Nor do I want to be your aide who can't do a single thing. All of this has been a series of shame for me. Manager, this shall be my rebellion against you and Angela. I'm the only one who survived, saying there was nothing I could do, that I was too scared to bear it by myself, that I wanted to save at least a few of my coworkers. All those are meaningless excuses. I think I'm going to die soon, too. The head is on its way to get you. I'll see you again in hell, sir? How is fear able to dominate the human mind? How many people would stick to their beliefs and morals if they were to come face to face with a true nightmare? The answers to those questions are why no one can blame Daniel's behavior. Truth be told, everything fell down the edge of the cliff the exact moment the head found us. Oh, they're calling for help. And I don't have an option, I just have to hang up the intercom. Oh, that sucks. So it wasn't even me that did it this time, it was the head. They got wind that we were doing all of this and decided to step in and accelerate our experiment a little bit. That sucks.
Our last conversation came to an end with a hopeless silence. Daniel, he was intelligent and held a high social position, and showed more finesse than anyone else in our research lab. He had an excellent reputation from the people who surrounded him. He had his sly yet charming smile and humor. It would have been easy for him to get into any one of the wings with his skills and personality, but he chose us, not the wings. Though amazing he once was, there is no doubt he died in despair and regret, cursing his choice. Seeing the dead bodies of his coworkers strewn about in front of him, not even having the single comfort of knowing that it wasn't his fault. Unable to find any peace for his final rest.
Oh, and we have information from Binah! Of course. Looking at the headstones in this place, are you? It is only natural to find them a spectacle to see. There used to be times when I spent the whole day reading all the meaningless letters written there. These are also coffins, you know. They're death itself, and they represent the possibilities that birth can bring at the same time. I have been guarding their coffins for countless years, carrying out consecrations for those who do not even have the privilege to depart from an afterlife. That is one of the few things I do here. You see, if one spends a long enough time in this graveyard, they can hear the whispers of the dead. The sound of their words is black as pitch. It makes me feel as if I were being filled with nebulous, murky water. You must be starting to get bored, seeing that your eyes are drifting about this place. It isn't often that I have guests here, and I'd feel bad to only show you these gravestones. Did you call me Lady Binah? This employee once had his boundary collapsed. What's your name? It's Nathan. This man had the task of extracting ego. During extraction, he carelessly peeked into the well, but by luck, he survived. To minimize the price he had to pay for looking into the well, he was given the maximum dose of enkephalin, and so, he could barely return to work. However, once one looks through the crack of the boundary, they can never return to the world that they belonged to before. Want to see something interesting? Nathan, can you describe what you saw to the manager? The scenery you witnessed with your own eyes, but had to forget at all costs? From within the tombstones, inside them are those who sleep are sunken deep. Those who are dreaming good dreams. At the same time, we call them the well in the speech of this place. We have to dredge them up and inject them with cogito. Now, remember afterwards, what? What did you see? The man, that thing. Continue. The man, him, in the well. He passed out. Poor thing. Why did he pass out? These children cannot disobey me. Even though he wasn't able to complete his sentence, the way he kept trying to speak until he passed out should show you he pushed himself to the limit to obey me. I have seen what that poor sap saw. Hundreds, no, thousands of times, maybe more. How are you still fine? So you ask why I can retain enough sanity to have a friendly little conversation with you until now? it is thanks to my mechanical body that I can just barely grasp onto my mind. Yes, this strong, unbending back of mine. However, did you forget that I originated from a human mind as well? If there is at least one thing that could be considered fortunate, it is that if I ever were to finally lose my sanity and run amok through the facility, attempting to bring down this entire place around you, she will be there to shut me off once more. But if that day truly were to come, I would prefer that you terminated me with your own hands rather than her. It's the least you can do for a person as confined as I. Sure, why not? And oh my god, are you the person that snuck into... You'll have the same outline! You're the person that snuck into the facility where Daniel was, or Chesed, or whoever, and busted it open! Oh, you're the menace. I mean, I could totally tell from your whole vibe, so that's cool. But at the same time, ooh, you're scary. I need to be careful. We have so many options today. We have 2 separate core suppressions that we could do. I could advance a little bit and try to complete this mission, which is complete the day with at least 1 employee who has 4 or more ego. I was told when I do the suppressions, I can no longer do missions, so I can't do both of those at the same time. It's not a big deal. I don't remember if anybody has enough ego gifts for that. I could be working towards that, though. Because I was also warned about something, which thank you so much. I had no idea, and I don't know how you're supposed to know this without having already played through the game at least once. If you get to day 41, or the next memory repository, and you don't expand out the other department, you cannot complete both departments by the end of the game, which I guess people were saying is day 50. I don't know why, but I guess it locks you out of that, and I don't want to get locked out of anything. I want to make sure I do that, so I'm not going to be advancing this day past day 38. I'm going to have to go back because I expanded this out, I think. I don't know, but I think I expanded this out too far. I think I went to 4. I need it to be 3 and 3. If I can do that, awesome. If I don't, I get locked out of something. But with that in mind, what that essentially means is that I need to suppress a core then. So let's pick one and figure out which one we're going to do. Whoa, what? Oh, red, black, white, pale. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think what this does is white damage is amplified right now. So any sort of white damage we are going to take, we're going to probably take a lot more. Boy, Chesed, you are actually probably not the grossest thing we've seen. Arguably not the grossest thing we've seen. I know it doesn't really do much to be in here, but I do want a Sarah there. Only because they have to be. Because if they're not quick to getting over to White Knight, we're kind of SOL. I want to also see... Okay, so this is the one I have. It's kind of like a Picasso. Or some sort of a modern art piece. I don't know. It's kind of strange. I've never seen anything like this before. Ooh, it's nasty. Oh, this is at least a war. 30, 30, 10, 10, 10, 10. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what this thing is. It's definitely more powerful than most of the other ones down here, so cool. And the screen kind of is doing whatever this is. Not saying it's necessarily bad. We've seen a lot worse. Remember? I remember. But it is a little confusing, and I don't know. Is it supposed to symbolize rain? Maybe. Whoa, my God! That's an olive, and you can't do instinct with it. Oh, no. They're panicking like crazy. Let's actually... who can do some major white damage right now? Gary! Gary, go, go, go. Go, go, go. Oh my god. Oh, I know what happened. Our white damage is cranked. And I don't think this outfit is good against white damage. Okay, it's a little okay against white damage. Especially with that staff. But that's why they took so much heat from that. That's why they got just hammered. Was because our white damage is cranked. Okay, I don't feel nearly as bad. I mean, I still feel sort of bad that they're going crazy and they're doing whatever they're doing. I don't know where they're going. But, oh, and what's super awesome is it just takes 2 pokes then, because we do so much white damage to them that they'll be back in 2 seconds. Where are you going? You're really fast when you're nuts. There, instantly back. Okay, everyone return home now. That was odd, to say the least, but hey, I guess it works. And my guess is as soon as the day flips over, we're going to get a new random damage boost. Hopefully not pale, because I'm sending a Sarah back in here. I've got a better idea. I think I want to retry this day. Not because everything was like going wrong just yet, but now that I have kind of, and I've done this before, now that I've kind of scouted everything out and I have I've familiarized myself with my new units, and I kind of have a better idea about what to expect. Actually, I want to leave Haru in there. I just wanted to move a Sarah there. Okay. Now that I kind of have a better idea about what to expect, I think I can handle this a little bit better. So fingers crossed, I know what this new abnormality is, and I know what the gimmick is, at least in the beginning. Hopefully it doesn't get too much more difficult than that. Now, the bad thing is if the event, the ordeal, pairs with the type of damage that ordeal does, oh boy, am I gonna have to really micromanage my units, otherwise they will get absolutely obliterated. Just, no! Leave that thing alone! Whatever that is, it is a monster, so go away. Thank you. Walk, I don't know, I can't tell you to go anywhere, so just... Huh? Oh my god, it got out! What the absolute... Ah, it's a nightmare! Oh no! That red one popped. This red one looks like it popped. That's good. This is fine. This is fine. There's no more here. That one's good, so continue your work. I need you to shred. You have been promoted to Doom Guy. Rip and tear for me, buddy, please. Yeah, Morgan, run away. Far, far away. Do not get hit by that explosion. Because, my God, look what it did to Susan. Oh, you... Nope, I knew that wasn't going to work. Son of a... Paulinus died too? Who is Paulinus? Where was Paulinus? Or Paulinus? Or... Where? I don't know. Wherever they are, rest in pieces. I don't understand what's happening with that one. Now, Haru, run. Run far. Run fast. Can I suppress this? Can I suppress this, please? I would like to suppress this. What are you doing? Huh? Oh. Oh, okay. It just zoomed in on it. Everything's fine. Everything is as it should be. What kind of damage do you do? I can't tell. Hopefully, just white damage. Let's see if I can get you right here, and I will bubble white. And hopefully you'll be okay. Movement 1. I guess let's not stop this. Hey, look! We suppressed that ordeal. Let me check RB quick while I'm out. Yeah, this is going about as expected so far. This is a mess. A real mess. Most of the other ones were just, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm like struggling. But this is an actual mess. Like, a legitimate mess. I don't understand. Haru, can you do something about this, though? Please? Wait, I need to know more about this. Do I have any boxes? Not enough to learn anything. Whatever this movement is, don't worry so much. Even if you're new here, you'll get used to it all in time. Are you summoning helpers? Is that what this is? How do I bring this thing down? And, ooh, I got an idea. I can see what kind this is. It's an olive. Do I have enough? Red, attack. Bite it. Rip it to shreds. Get it. Whatever damage type I need to do to this thing, it's immune to white. So maybe not white damage. Movement 2? What's that supposed to mean? Yui! Attack. Just visualize an attack. Beat the crap out of this thing. Do I heal it by doing... It's immune to red damage as well. Huh. Anything in this general area is also getting just walloped. Oh my god! Run! You are not strong enough. And I can't afford to lose you. What? It's a lot of beeping going on. A lot of strangeness. Everyone is sort of kind of calm, which is great. Can I suppress this thing really quickly? Oh, wait, fatal? Fatal white damage? Is that to me, or is that against this thing? Am I suppressing this? Should I suppress this? Wait! Sarah. Oh, wait, okay, we're good. Oh. I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted by whatever is happening down here. So, Sarah, go up there and babysit that a second. Movement 4. So, oh, okay, so in different movements, you could do different damage types to it. Looks like red right now. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Everyone's taking a... Wow, we're taking such a hit. Bubble white just in case, and bubble white. Everyone except for Haru is really getting hit hard. No, let's stop this before it becomes a problem. This is about to be a problem. I can already tell. It's immune to white damage right now. Finale, no! Is this hitting everybody now? I don't know, but I'll know instantly because all of my weak ones up there, well, actually, I think they're all gone anyway. But they'll instantly get wiped. No, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Where'd it go? Did it go back? Do you just have to survive its... Well, it's not really an orchestra, is it? You have to survive its conducting and then it's done? Oh my god, we had a moderately okay day. Oh, I don't know what's more interesting. The escape information, the basic information, finding anything out about this. I think insight is my best bet with this thing. Because you kind of have like an okay day. I don't want to lower anything, but when the work result was bad, the quip off counter lowered. Oh, so you have to have an okay day. That kind of sucks. The music that it played when it escapes consists of 4 movements. As the piece progresses, the employees listening will suffer white damage. Meanwhile, the size of the audible area of the music expands. So, can it go anywhere? That's not good if it can just hop anywhere, but yeah, at the same time, I guess it's not all that bad either. For each movement, the weakness of this thing changes. The first movement was pale. I don't have pale damage, thank you very much. Well, the second movement was black. Okay, that's perfect. I do have some people who can do like massive amounts of black damage. For the third movement, it was white. And lastly, during the fourth movement, only red-type attacks were effective. When the music reached the climax, it became immune to all forms of attack. Okay, but then it just goes back. So if I just leave and just ignore that whole area... Oh, or do people have to listen to it? Otherwise, it won't go back. Or maybe it moves, so someone has to listen. Well, I could just park Haru right next to this thing. Haru doesn't really mind all that much. It just sort of kind of tickles a little bit. You can tell based on the fact that their face looks oh so ticklish whenever they're doing work with it. I say ticklish. It's more a scream and a howl and sadness. So it doesn't say this, but I think the new abnormality, when it goes through its finale, I think it eats boxes. Because I had over half of all of these boxes done, and I haven't done anything. Because I'm already 5 meltdowns in, or I guess, yeah, I'm 5 levels in. So, I don't know where all my boxes went. It had to be this thing. It went off once. That sucks. That sucks big time. That means you have to either suppress it or work around it. It keeps melting down. So if I could get the plague doctor to move it so it wouldn't melt down, it wouldn't be an issue. But where it sits right now, it's a bit of a pain. I don't know. I'll figure out something for it. Soon. Very soon. It shouldn't be an issue, I don't think. I'm beginning to think that I might just memory repository, because I think I sort of kind of have to do that anyway, and get rid of this stupid maestro, or whatever this thing is. I wanted to learn a little bit about it before I did that, but I don't think I'm going to. We'll see. I'm really gonna attempt this day. I'm gonna try it, but my god, that's a lot of boxes I need to earn. I am so far into the day that I should have way more boxes than this. I just don't have anything available to suppress anything. I can't call red. Good news is, though, the rabbits are going to be super cheap because I don't have boxes to give. I assumed since I advanced too far into the extraction team that I would just memory repository. So I went back, I did a day, and I forgot that by doing a day, because I already have someone who would just qualify for that mission, I completed a mission. So I wanted to show you the research. Because people in the comments were saying, hey, you very rarely ever show what research you pick. And I wasn't sure how interested people were in that, but it seems like some people are. So I wanted to show you. I think I'm going to get the improve the chance of acquiring ego gifts. I didn't like that before because I was worried that it would be overriding a lot of the good gifts that I had. But now that I think about it, this will improve the chance of Gary getting the helmet and keeping the helmet. Gary has got that helmet like 6 times. Gary does not have the helmet because Gary keeps getting got every time that happens. But maybe this time for sure. Hopefully. I also picked up a new abnormality, and I just assume that this one is probably going to be either decent or kind of just okay, because it's one of the O's. One of the, like, I guess people are saying that's like the original ones. So that's good. I can actually show you a little bit. And the stats on it aren't that bad. So that's also good. I've also decided to try a new tactic. Instead of loading up this top area just so I can do massive amounts of work with everything all at once, I've decided to remove as many of my smaller units as I could, especially any ones that were below level 4. I think that's going to be a little bit more beneficial to me because I won't have anything as fragile. I want to do work with the Scarecrow, though, so I brought in a unit and I bumped up their stats quite a bit. The only thing I didn't touch was Justice, which is okay. I don't like the fact that they don't walk as fast, but I don't necessarily need to spend that much. Because it's a lot of boxes, a lot of energy to upgrade that. Now, the first thing I want to do... Oh, that's why there's no extra bullets. This department was the one doing that. Okay. A lot of my confusion I had in the previous day kind of makes way more sense now. So we need to do what we normally do. We need to start peeling clerks. We need to start preparing for the worst, because the worst is here. That's how it's going to be. And if I can get energy done early, I'm going to be better off, because I won't be burning through a ton of it. Also, what is our new abnormality? Is this the yang sign or yin? It's like the yin and yang sign. I forget which one is which. I think this is the yang. With a broom? I become the sky and they the ground. I don't understand what the absolute crap this thing is spouting. But hey, you know what? It's fine. We're going to do some work with it. And it's going to love it. And, I hope. Come on, we got this. No big deal. Oof. Wow. Okay, so we know this thing does dark damage, so I need to be careful of that. But, oh my god, what a miserable day that was. I got a total of 6. I can't even see what this thing likes. I'm guessing instinct, probably. Now, what happens when this thing counts down? And yeah, I'm kind of just letting some of these other ones run right now, but that's okay, because we're not really in a situation where I can do much more than just wait, because I need to let most of these employees get done with their work. Again, this one's going to be a lot of slow play, and I need to pay close attention to what kind of damage is up there, because it's like 4 times the damage. We figured that one out pretty easily, how much damage how much multiplication of damage that does. And it's a lot. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm almost full of energy. That stupid orchestra, that was a menace. It was just chewing through all of my energy. Oh, and I got so lucky. I was so worried about this Blue Noon, especially if they had upgraded black damage. That would have been so bad. It would have been horrible. But obviously, we can just sprint through them now. This is going to be so easy. I was bringing everyone down here just in case. I also cleared out as many of the clerks as I could. There's only, I think, this one lone survivor, which I hope they kind of survive, because it's currently increasing our success rate for all agents by +1. That's massive. I try to leave that one alone. If I can, I leave this department. It's hard to do that, though, because this department, they wander so much and they got so much. But I figure if I can try to leave one, maybe, I might be okay. We'll see. We'll see how that works. I also have a Sarah going into the White Knight just to kind of babysit right now. Is it just me, or is Chesed tweaking a little bit? That looks like a bit of a caffeine overdose, if I had to guess. Dude, lay off the coffee a little bit. You'll be okay. I know that you've been ordered to do nothing more than just drink coffee, but maybe switch to decaf. This is definitely affecting you. I'm not sure your robotic systems are supposed to be lined with coffee. Okay, here we go. What is it? Okay. White damage. That's what I need to be. Okay, all of my work is going to be white damage. I can do this. I got this. Either that, or, hear me out, I can do work with any of these abnormalities who I almost am guaranteed to have a really good day with, because they won't be doing any damage to anyone. See what I'm saying? You can totally get away with doing, like, work with the fairies, and definitely the scarecrow, because that's white damage. We got this. All I have to do is flip this. I don't need to worry about anything else. The one thing I definitely need to make sure of, though, like I have to be oh so careful about, is anyone who gets anywhere near these things. Red damage is up. So that's a lot of damage if I'm not careful. Yep, very relaxed. That's good. You should be relaxed. Hopefully you can just run past this. This is a test of my red bubble system. This is only a test. Hopefully it doesn't go wrong. We'll see. The other thing I want to do, yep, send you into there. You go up there and you heal up. You're going to be fine. Just fine. Trust me, I'm an expert. I know exactly what I'm doing at all times. At least that's what I'm telling them. Okay, red bubble system. Oh my god, okay. No going in hallways with those in it. Holy crap. Gary could not move fast enough. Well, good thing I didn't sprint another one of my agents into there. Gary's outfit is like top tier. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, take a breather a second. My god. This is like a 1 in 100 carry. Because all I need to do is flip the day. So I could just do... I could have everyone sit in safety and just run one person into 1 in 100 constantly. That seems like... I mean, it would be an easy way to do this. I probably should start taking the easy way out in this game. This game does not afford me much luxury as far as taking the most difficult path. Yeah, see, I'm not going in there. That is just, that's crazy. That would be absolutely nuts. I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. Come on, come on. Day's done. Oh my God, day's not done. Get in there. Oh, go, go, go. Yep, there, day's done.
Is my world finally crumbling?
Yes, yes, it is. And honestly, for being one of the harder suppressions that we've had, just because, like, there's so much happening all at once, we did pretty well. I normally don't like to pat myself on the back, but I will say that I did pretty well on that one. If a flaw in the system disables the sensors covering that, I've seen this one so much, I have to pick that one. Daniel! Hey, friend, what's up? What? You're kidding. People here don't drink coffee in the morning? How strange. What about all day? What about having like an IV of coffee? I saw you. You were so jittery, my guy. I swear, switch to decaf. You're gonna need it. There's no better way to get energized than drinking a fresh cup of coffee before you start the day, man. I'm not your man, pal. What's with the look on your face? You weren't expecting me to show up like this, were you? Isn't this a shame? I wasn't expecting some massive welcome party, but I didn't think you guys would be so heartless. Oh, you mean you did want us to throw you a party? Is that what you're trying to say? Well, of course I understand. You're all probably wondering why a talented man such as myself applied to join such a shabby company, huh? Totally suspicious. And nonsensical. I get ya. Boy, don't we think highly of ourselves, Daniel. Well, everyone has their own agenda. Yeah, okay. Why bring it up if you're not going to tell us? Why bring it up if you're not going to tell us? Ah, so you're A. Yeah? Dude, why bring it up if you're not going to tell us? I don't understand. I think I heard about you from Carmen. Oh, you have a crush on Carmen too. That's why you're here. Seems like everybody here has a crush on Carmen. It feels that way. I don't know what the heck is happening that Carmen is like going out and just suckering all these people into like, come here, it's going to be fun. We're going to do weird experiments with your body and you're not going to love it. It's going to hurt real bad. I don't know how they're convincing people that that's a good idea. Speaking of which, it was Carmen's speech that really brought me here. See? Everyone has a crush on Carmen. Totally called it. Where is she right now? See? Everyone has a crush on Carmen. So you came, Sir Coffee Addict. Oh. They are addicted to coffee. Miss, it's Daniel. You can sit down here. The person that sits next to you will explain the details of your work. What, so you knew I was coming? I told you, no matter how great you may be, you'll always be in the palm of my hand. Is that Angela? Is Carmen already gone? And now it's Angela? Jeez, I thought you were being sarcastic. May I request one thing before I join you officially? Could we get a coffee machine here? So Daniel really does love coffee, and that's why Angela suggested to Chesed to drink coffee, because it was kind of a connection between the two, between the Daniel and the Chesed. That love, that desire, that passion, and romance for coffee. Okay, cool, I guess. It makes sense because Angela, it feels like Angela's trying to like trigger all of these. I don't know what to call them. They call them AI. They're more like biological robots because they contain some sort of biology in them. But I feel like Angela's trying to trigger them to go crazy, so we suppress them, which is something that I think we as A are supposed to do in order to cope with whatever bullcrap that we pulled in the past that has scarred not only us, not only the people around us, but it seems like the whole world. We've basically done the equivalent of causing an apocalyptic event, is kind of sort of what it seems. And the only ones who really are alive, it looks like, are these biological robots. Because I haven't seen any real people, I don't think. I think everything's just robots. Maybe the agents are people. That could be. They adapt so quickly, though. We must be genetically modifying them as we go. Because with Gebura's story, it kind of ties in that the monsters have to eat people. So I don't know if the agents are actually people or not, but that also might not make sense because when we rewind, they're still alive? Or maybe we have like clones of them? Because I wouldn't put it past this company to like take DNA samples and clone all these people. Just so A has this spot where they can rewind back to and remember exactly what was happening. And they've like downloaded all of the previous memories of the person up to that point into them, all these clones. So they just keep pulling new ones off the shelf as I break them, which it seems calloused, but I mean, that's what this game's about, is it's like the worst possible way of dealing with some major trauma. At least that's what it seems like so far. I want everyone to know how good true, freshly brewed coffee is. I forgot you were here. I went on a total rant and forgot you were there. Okay, fresh coffee, that's where we were.
Daniel grabbed everyone's attention with his fancy suit that didn't fit in here at all. I vaguely remembered Carmen had told me about him a few days prior. That one of the elites would stop by to apply to our company. He's a bit pompous, so don't believe everything he says, she said to me. That was an understatement, because his narcissism rivaled even my own. I asked how she was able to recruit such an elite. Carmen answered nonchalantly, as if I had asked about something trivial. I'm a master at blowing people's minds.
What the heck did you have to do to bring this person here? Magic? Sleight of hand? Did you threaten their firstborn, small puppy from their long pedigreed, bloodlined, whatever? I don't know. Their family's fortune? What? Something brought this person here. Obviously, they're happy to be here. It seems like they just have a crush on Carmen so far. I don't know.
Don't you know that by now?
Yeah, it feels like that. It also feels like Carmen is basically like the puppet master, pulling all the strings. Even against A, which is saying something. Especially since if Carmen basically, what it kind of maybe was then was maybe Carmen got to the point where they were feeling guilty about everything. They felt responsible for everything A and B and all of these other people went through because Carmen brought them here. They were using their power of sleight of hand and card tricks in order to trick all of these people into coming here. And like, I know it's probably that they're just very persuasive and manipulative, and they thought they were doing good by bringing in all these people, and they had really big plans. And then they realized how bad this was turning out, how it was ruining people's lives, and they probably just couldn't take it anymore, and that's why they did what they did. Not realizing that when they did what they did, they were starting a chain of events that they could not have predicted, and they would not have wanted. And I think a big portion of why Angela acts the way they do is because they have Carmen's personality, and a lot of what happened, they still sort of kind of feel guilty about. And they sort of kind of wish they could stop all of that. But at the same time, they're programmed by A to be driven and to be the Carmen that A remembers. And I think that's what is like clashing with Angela. Not to mention the fact that Angela has seen all of this play out over and over and over and over again. So at a certain point, you kind of lose interest as well. I don't know where on this spectrum our current Angela is, but so far it seems kind of interesting. It turns out that a revolution doesn't always have to be accomplished with bloodshed or the bearing of flags, manager. I've waited a long time for a savior. Someone who could free me from my inertia and wake me up inside. Why did I never come to the realization that I myself could be my own savior? Would you be so kind as to remember my mistake? It's very valuable to me. I hope your own pathetic little rebellion taught you a few things. Pathetic? Dang, Angela. Do you still not understand the reason why I didn't stop you? I'm referring to the real reason why I watched you without immediately putting you through the replacement process, like Tiferet. I wanted you to engrave your lessons onto your metal body, that your trifling resistance ended up costing the lives of your poor little employees who trusted in you until the bitter end. I know the word death means nothing to you now, but to them, it held meaning. That's weird, Lady Angela. Since when did you start caring about the deaths of our employees? That's rich, coming from the one who would gladly force a containment unit open just to garner a little more energy, isn't it? Yet here I was, clumsily going with your flow as I assisted you. However, don't go thinking that this was entirely my loss. I know now that you don't really care about our condition. I know now that you weren't the one I should have been obeying. It's obvious that you should obey our manager and not me, Chesed. There's no need to state it out loud. You clearly know what I mean. I'm not going to let you do whatever you want now. You're such a loser, in the past and even now. Oh, that's harsh, but that's a little banter. Hey, we're finally seeing some life coming out of these robots. It's been a while since they've pretended to be human. I'm not sure that they're pretending now. Maybe a little bit of the humanity is like peeking through. But that's cool. That's nice. Not nice. Let me rephrase that. That's interesting. A little mean and harsh, but yes, I'm a failure. You don't have to point it out to me, but thanks anyway. However, although you may want to believe that nothing has changed, it is in fact that many things are changing. It rests on you now to resolve the mess you made, Chesed. Let's, as they say, bury the hatchet with any hard feelings between us. There is one thing I want you to know, though. No matter how great you may be, you will always be in the palm of my hand. I'm still afraid, manager. Yeah, me too. I am totally afraid of Angela. I'm still unsure if I can truly fight back against the fear I may face in the future. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. You're still afraid of all of this. I think what happened was that was the first time Daniel was expected to do something that they couldn't handle. And they couldn't handle that responsibility of doing something they weren't good at. Because a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times people who come across as overly confident and good at everything, that's because they only do the things they're good at. They choose not to do things that they know they're going to fail at. And I think, unfortunately for Daniel, they miscalculated. And they were thrown into this world they didn't know enough about. And they didn't have the skills to do it. So it kind of seems like they were so afraid of failure that they put themselves in a situation where they were both doomed to fail and they had to stare real fear in its face as they lost their entire team. And they couldn't handle that. And it seems like Chesed is still sort of kind of afraid. They act confident, they act like they know what they're doing, and that they can reduce loss. But in reality, the only thing they're going to be doing is hurting more people. But that's why they want to remove all people from the equation. And Angela's just saying that's just not going to happen. You'll never be able to, which is kind of cool, because it kind of shows that you can't seclude yourself out of fear that whatever you say or do is going to hurt the people around you. That's going to be something that you're going to have to deal with and either change in order to not do that, or to be thoughtful enough to understand that some things are better left unsaid. So, what are my orders, manager? Oh, no. No, now I have to, okay, I guess, another person I have to deal with. I'm already micromanaging way too much. Those who are faithful and trustworthy. Awesome, that means we have 4 more suppressions to go through. Okay, and this is our standard day 38 stuff. So, thank God that's over. Now I just have to worry about Geburas in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching this one. And remember to take care and goodbye.